Hi, my name is Tracy. Welcome to today's practice. I am so happy you decided to join me today, and hopefully you're finding some gratitude for yourself for showing up on your mat and doing something great for your body. We're going to start today's practice by standing. So find yourself on your mat, really grounding down into your feet. See if you can find the space behind your big toe, behind your baby toe, and at your heel. And you can just move through those areas, doing a little bit of a shift and just seeing if you can find your ground here. You can go one way and then the other. And you'll see too, I have my toes lifted and flexed, really spreading them apart. And then now I'm gonna claw them down into the mat so we're feeling really nice and stable. We're gonna press the shoulders down and back and have our hands shining forward at the side. Chin remaining tucked like you have a little apple there that you're trying to hold on to. Finding your breath, just breathing nice and easy until you really feel like you want to deepen that. You can inhale, even bringing your shoulders up. And as you exhale, press them down. Inhale, bringing those shoulders up. Exhale to push them down. And again. And exhale. Really trying to stay present for yourself today, letting go of anything that you had to do before you arrived on the mat and anything that's calling you once you leave. We're going to start by shifting our weight into our left side. We'll pick up that right foot, and you can keep the foot on the mat if you like, or raise it up. And we're going to do some just really nice gentle circles in one direction. Whichever one you chose to do first is the right way. And we'll take that in the other direction, really trying to move through every space available. And then we're going to point the toe and flex back, point and flex, and one more time, point and flex. We'll return that foot to the mat. Now pick up our left foot, grounding down into the right. You can leave your foot on the floor if you like and just roll your ankle that way, or pick that foot up, roll through that ankle. I think I always start going to the outside of my body first, but whatever you chose is right. We're going to come the other direction now. We're going to point that toe and flex back, point and flex, and point and flex. So let's find that footing again. Your feet are about hip widths apart, really grounding down, stretching down through those shoulders. Neck is nice and long. And now we're going to take those arms up and overhead. So we're going to send them forward. As we do so, we're going to inhale and exhale to come up. We're going to start the body moving. Heart rate may rise just a little bit. Nothing too strenuous. Just really trying to remember to sync the movement and the breath. We'll do this 2 more times, and then we're going to change position. Sinking back through the hips as much as you can, nice and shallow, nice and deep, whatever works best for you today. Last time. Now we're going to take those arms, flex them back. We're going to send them overhead with the same motion. Inhale and exhale. We're going to really squeeze those shoulder blades together. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And exhale. One more time. There we go. You can even see my fingers are spread apart. We'll bring those hands down now. We're going to start by moving forward with the body to the left side, really bumping those hips out to the right, to the back, to the right side, all the way forward, And then we're just gonna start to roll through the hips, really sending them away from you, forcing them forward, I guess, bringing them to the side, all the way to the back. I always feel like I have a huge back bend here and then realize I'm probably a little stiffer here than I thought. Just keep breathing. Let's have one more rotation here. Standing up nice and tall, hands are still on the hips. We're gonna come forward again to the right side, bumping those hips to the left, to the back, to the left, all the way forward, and then we're gonna roll through those hips again. Really just trying to get that nice deep stretch today with a little bit of movement. And we'll have one more rotation here. And standing up nice and tall, shoulders are down and back. We're gonna have those hands shining forward again. And let's just start to roll the shoulders back. Again, taking up as much space as possible. Remembering to breathe. Tucking that chin when you can. Crown is shining nice and tall. Still grounding down to all those spaces in the feet that we talked about earlier. And now we're going to send the shoulders forward. And then we're going to press them down with a slight knee bend. We're going to inhale, bring those hands all the way up. We're going to turn over to the left wall. We can drop the left hand. We're going to stretch out as far as we can, taking a nice circle all the way down to the ground, tapping the ground if you can, and then coming all the way up through the right side, and exhale that arm down. Inhale. And now we're going to turn to the right wall, dropping that right hand. We're going to inhale, exhale, coming all the way down, through the left again, all the way up. Inhale and exhale down. We're gonna do both sides one more time. So inhale up, exhale to the left, coming all the way around the world. I have to say this is one of my favorites. And exhale down. One more time. Inhale, drop the right, turn to the right now, coming all the way around the world and all the way up. Exhale down. Let's take one big breath and exhale. Pressing the shoulders down, tucking the chin. Nice sturdy base. We're gonna bring our left ear to our left shoulder now, really feeling that stretch through the right side. You can even send that right arm away just a little bit, and if you flex your fingertips up, you're gonna find it's a nice stretch down the whole arm. Even maybe just moving that arm a little bit to find where is the best stretch for you. And we'll hold right there and breathe. Let's drop that right hand. Now we can take the left hand just to the head here. We're not gonna pull, we're just gonna add a little extra weight, sending the right shoulder down. Again, just extra weight. We're not tugging on anything. And breathe here. Send the shoulder down. And one more time. Letting go with the left hand, we'll bring the right ear to the right shoulder now. Inhale and exhale, sending the left shoulder down. Now maybe rising up through that left hand, pointing the fingertips to the sky, feeling that stretch getting a little more intense, and then moving that arm just a little bit to find where is the best stretch for you. And there it is. Let's inhale. And exhale, and again, to drop that left hand, bring the right hand to the head. Again, we're not pulling, just adding a little bit of extra weight, sending that left shoulder down, really opening up through the side of the neck. And we inhale and exhale. And again. And exhale. And we'll drop the right hand now. We're going to drop the chin to the chest. Again, roll over left ear to left shoulder. And then let the head be heavy, fall forward, right ear to right shoulder. And just do this a couple of times, either following me or at your own pace, completely up to you. We'll go one more time each side. Head can come back up to center. We're going to drop the head to the back now, and then again, left ear to left shoulder and right ear to right shoulder. We'll just roll back and forth a few times. And we breathe. Let's go one more each side. And then head can come all the way back up to center. I'm going to turn. You can stay right where you are. We still have our feet about hip width apart. We're going to take our left hand to heart center. That right hand is going to come straight out in front of us. We're going to inhale up tall. And then we're going to move that hand around to the back to find the first point of tension. So you're going to find where it first starts to stretch. And you're going to inhale. And as you exhale, see if you can open just a little bit farther. And again. And one more time. And we'll take a nice inhale and exhale just to hold right here. And we'll bring that arm all the way back. We'll replace the right hand for the left. Left hand is now going to come right out in front of you and turn again to that first point of tension. We're going to inhale. And as we exhale, can we open just a little farther without making the body turn, trying to keep the hips nice and square. Inhale and exhale, just opening through the shoulder. Inhale and exhale. And we'll have one breath here, just to hold right where you are. And then bring everything back to center with those feet still placed where they are. We're just gonna sway back and forth, and you can have a little bit of fun here. Just kind of fling those arms around, loosen up everywhere. Take a minute to play. Probably the only time today you will do that. Just swishing back and forth. And then we'll just slow that down, coming all the way up to the top of the mat now. Again, having those feet nice and square. We're gonna bend through the knees. Inhale, the arms up and overhead. And we're gonna exhale with those fingers like we're gonna paint the wall, just sweeping down and meeting the mat. Now you can bend your knees here if you need to. Straighten if you can. And we're just gonna drop the head as much as we can. Take a couple of breaths here. Now we're gonna clasp opposite elbow with opposite arm, and we're gonna sway back and forth. And we're breathing here. We'll let go of the arms now and see if we can take our two peace fingers and grab onto our toes. If that doesn't seem doable to you, you can always clasp in behind your legs. Again, knees can still be bent. We're going to inhale with straight arms, and as we exhale, see if we can bend through the elbows to draw the head down just a little closer to the knees. Inhale and exhale to fold.
straightening the knees as much as you can. Inhale and exhale. And now letting go of the toes. We're going to bend the knees. We're going to sweep the arms up and overhead with a big inhale and exhale down. Again, we're going to inhale, bend the knees, arms are up and overhead. Exhale down. We're going to tap the mat, and then we're going to come up halfway. So you can bring your hands to your shins if you want, or just have them out in front of you. We're going to come all the way down to the mat. Now we're going to step our left foot all the way back, and then step our right foot all the way back, coming down to knees if you like, or you can leave your knees lifted, and we're going to push up and back into downward facing dog here. So my head is in between my arms, and now I'm going to pedal my feet. Your heels might not touch the ground. That's okay. If they're lifted, that's good too. And when I lift each heel, I'm going to make sure I really stretch through those toes. Inhaling and exhaling, making sure that those sits bones are really tilted up to the sky. Breathing here. And now I'm going to take a big inhale. We'll inhale both heels up at the same time, stretching those toes, and then exhale down. We're going to look up between the hands, start to shift our weight forward. We're going to pick up the left foot and try to bring it through and step it in between the hands. You might have to do this in a couple of steps or use your toes to scooch it forward. That's okay. We'll drop through the back heel, and we're going to send our arms up into the sky so that back foot can be parallel to the short edge of the mat or on a bit of an angle, whatever works best for you. Sending those shoulders down and away. We're going to breathe here. Nice straight arms. One more breath. And now we're going to turn that back leg, bring the knee down to the mat, flatten the toes. If you wanted to bring your hands down to the mat to do that, that's okay, because we're going to bring them down anyway. We're going to move that foot to the outer edge of the mat. We'll have both hands on the inside now of that left foot. We inhale. You can stay right here or exhale to bring your body forward. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. And now one breath to hold here. On your next inhale, push up through the hands. Bring those toes back to center. We'll start to send the sits bones back towards that right heel. We're going to stretch through this leg, bringing those toes up towards your face, flexing that foot. Both hands are still on either side of the leg, so you can inhale and exhale to fold forward or stay right where you are. Inhale and exhale. It's a very intense stretch for the back of the leg. And one more time, inhale, exhale, and one breath to hold. Now let's send those toes rolling forward. We'll place our hands on either side of that foot. Curl the toes of the right foot under, send the hips up, and see if we can send that back foot, the left foot back to meet the right. We'll just take a breath here. Really stretching into that downward facing dog, looking up between the hands. Again, we're going to send that right foot forward this time. We're going to inhale, both arms up and overhead. We're going to flatten that back foot. Again, it can be on an angle or parallel with the short edge of the mat. Both hands are up in the sky. We're going to send the hips forward, really sinking into the stretch. But breathe here. And again. Again, shoulders are pressed down and away. And we're going to sink down. Remember, you can bring your hands down if you like. bring that knee down to the mat, flatten through those back toes. We're gonna move that right foot out to the edge of the mat. We'll bring both hands to the inside of that leg. Inhale, staying where you are or choosing to bend through the elbows to come a little farther. Inhale and exhale. And one more time. And one breath to hold. Now let's push up through those hands. We'll move that right foot back to center and start to send our sits bones back towards that back heel, lifting the right toes, flexing that foot. We inhale here and exhale down. Only take it to the level that you want. So inhale and exhale. You can hold there if you like or go one more time. And one more breath. And now we're going to roll through that front foot. Place both hands on either side. Curl the toes of the back foot under, lifting those hips, sending the right foot back to meet the left. Back in downward facing dog and breathe here. And then we're going to drop the knees all the way down to the mat, flatten the feet, and we'll just be in tabletop. So we're here in tabletop now. We're going to tilt our head and our tail up to the sky. So with an inhale, you tilt the tail up, really arching through the back, pushing up through the shoulders. And as you exhale, we're going to bring that head in between the arms, curl the tail under, really exhaling all of the air from the body, and think about pulling your navel to your spine. And then just doing this a couple of times on your own. Inhale, your own pace. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe now just bumping the hips over to the left and having a look at your tail. Just a little different movement for the spine. Inhale and exhale to the other side. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to center now, we're going to bring our toes to touch and bring our knees to the outside of the mat. You can push all the way back. We're not going to stay here though. We're going to shift our weight over to the left side, bringing the elbows down and then coming all the way over to the right, almost like we're going to sit in a child's pose. Stretch the arms away. Bring the elbows back down to the mat. We're going to shift over to the right, coming all the way over and through the left side and pressing back. One more time, we're going to go to that left side again. Coming through the right. Arms are outstretched. We're going to come to the right side, all the way forward, all the way through the left. Now really stretch those arms away from you. You can bring your head down to the mat. Think about pressing your right armpit down to the floor, and then your left, and the right again, and left. Now both at the same time. And exhale to let the head fall once again. Staying here in child's pose if you like. You can also bring your knees together, really stretching your shoulders over top of the knees. You can bring your hands to the back for a more relaxed pose. Inhale and exhale, letting the shoulders fall. And now coming all the way up, we're going to just swing our legs over to the side. Coming up to our seated cross-legged position. We're going to inhale the arms up and we'll let them rain down, stretching them away. See if we can get a bit of a hip stretch here. And drop the head. Taking a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, let's sit all the way back up. We're gonna switch the feet, so whatever was in front is now in back. Whatever was in back is now in front. We'll inhale, both arms up. Let them rain down. We get a stretch for the other hip this time. Inhale and exhale. And again. And now think about just rolling up through your spine, bringing the shoulders up and then the head coming up last. Bring your palms facing up to either side of you. We're gonna inhale and exhale down. Inhale and exhale down. And last time here.
Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I hope you had a good practice today, and we'll see you next time.